Hey guys, Jim Edwards here, and welcome back to Funnel Scripts Live. And this is Funnel Scripts Live podcast episode 5. So we're live with 5, and we'll never be able to make that rhyme again, which makes me sad. But I guess when we get to 25 and 35 and 45, then we're live with 25. So I'll probably forget about the joke by then. Hey Stu, what's going on?
Hey man, we're gonna do another question and answer from one of the Funnel Scripts email hotlines.
Email hotline.
So this one comes from Terry, and Terry asks, Funnel Scripts pulls me out of circular thinking and puts me in a direction I want my prospects to go. So thanking you for that. I would love it if you were able to create simple content scripts for more engagement on Facebook and Instagram.
Oh my. Well, I would tell you that we actually have some things that I'd love to show you. So let me show you some scripts that we've got that I think you need to be aware of. So what I would do if I were you, Terry, I would come over here. If you scroll down the left-hand side, you'll see right here we have content creation scripts. When you click on that, it takes you to the content creation scripts dashboard, and we have several different scripts to help you with content creation. So your About Me script, that's pretty self-explanatory. That helps you to create About Me sales copy for your funnels, your website, your blog. Then we have the decision tree script, which we're going to demo here in just a sec. We have the free report script. We have the Seinfeld email topic idea scripts, which we'll demo. And then we have the story idea brainstorming scripts, which we can demo real quick if we have a chance. So the About Me one is pretty straightforward. You just do the About Me, you fill it out, and it'll take you a little bit, but then you'll have a really cool About Me outline that you can use that'll make it easy for you to create engaging content about you for various situations. This next one, the decision tree script, this is a fun little script that we created as a result of something that my buddy David Fry did, where this creates a tongue-in-cheek little survey or decision tree, rather not a survey, but a decision tree that automatically leads people to making the right decision. And the right decision is whatever you decide the right decision is. And so we filled this out. We've got a couple different examples, but you can use this for Facebook posts, infographics, LinkedIn posts, blog posts, email. There's all kinds of cool stuff you can do with this. We've got 4 examples loaded in, and then we filled this out beforehand just for the sake of brevity with Stu. And so let me show you how this works. So it'll ask you questions you can answer. Who's your target audience? What's the number one big outcome they want? Who or what would they already need to be in order to accomplish this big result? This is the one where you're kind of, if you want to be a smart aleck, you can be, if you're 6 foot tall and bulletproof and rich, good looking, and have supermodels hanging over you, then you're fine. And you'll see how this works. So this we actually did to bring people to the conclusion that they need Stu's FBI Academy workout book. So we click build, and it has a couple different versions here. Again, anywhere you see, you can double click these wherever it's blue, and it'll rewrite it. But I would just, on the surface of this, are you a college student who wants to get accepted to the FBI Academy? I would just change this now to college student.
Okay.
Because it doesn't,
it does that for you. Yeah.
Right.
I see. Yep.
Not sure how to get accepted to the FBI Academy. So again, depending on where this would be used, if you were putting this into a forum or a group or something where people were all talking about, how to get into the FBI Academy, then or a college forum or something like that, where you kind of knew they were doing that, then this would be a great question. Want to get accepted to the FBI Academy, but not sure how. Want to get accepted, but not sure if you can. Are you a college student who wants to get accepted to the FBI Academy, but not sure how to get there? No problem. Answer the questions. All right. So, are you already an Olympic athlete with a law degree and a 4.0 GPA? If no, go to number 2.
Chances are
yeah.
you'll be going to number 2.
Right. Are you willing to spend years figuring out how to get ready for the FBI PT test on your own from scratch? If no, go to number 3. Are you able to hire Tom Cruise as personal trainer to get you in shape? If not, then check out the FBI Academy workout book by Stu Smith. But I mean, it's fun, and it made you laugh. And that's the cool thing is that's what you want to have happen with something like this. It can make you laugh, or it can be serious. Okay.
I love it. I think humor has been probably some of my best. I don't even call them ads. I call them like pseudo advertisements on social media. If I make somebody laugh, they will click.
Right. So this first one, in this case, it reads better than the second version. The second version, depending on how you filled it out, may read better than the first. That's why I created them the way I did, because depending again on how you do it, one will read better than the other. See, this doesn't work as well. As you 100% serious? Are you genuinely committed to being an Olympic athlete with a law degree and a 4.0 GPA? It's like, nah, it doesn't really work there. But up here with the, do you already qualify, or are you currently? So, I mean, I've got you covered 2 different ways here. That's why I've got 2 different versions. Nice. But literally, then you could just take this and you go over into your text editor, and there's a bunch of different stuff that you could do with this. You know, we're asking about Facebook or Instagram or something like that. But you could turn this, literally, you could just format this on Facebook and have this be your post. Okay. Yeah. Formatted easy text. Yep. You could have this turned into an infographic. You could have this turned into just a graphic that you could post up on Instagram. But this is a fun way to create some engaging content that you can use a lot of different ways. You know, and I can, you know, so just thinking in terms of, if I was thinking about Stu's thing, you know, like, but let's look at a different example right here. All right. If we're targeting a business owner with the goal to buy funnel scripts. All right. Not sure how to make a ton of sales through your funnel. Want to make a ton of sales through your funnel, but not sure how. Great. Are you currently experienced copywriter? It takes really good copy to make sales these days. If not, go to number 2. Are you willing to spend years of study and invest the time to learn how to write sales copy from scratch? If no, go to 3. Are you willing or able to pay a copywriter thousands of dollars to write sales copy for you? If no, go to number 4. Buy funnel scripts. Hope that makes things easier for you, whatever you decide to do. I mean, that's boom.
That's classic.
You know, and it'll work down here too. Are you ready to make a ton of sales through your funnel? Awesome. Are you sincere about becoming an experienced copywriter? It takes a good copy. If yes, go to number 2. Do you need to skip having to spend years of study and invest time to learn how to write sales copy from scratch? If yes, go to number 3. Do you need to avoid having to pay a copywriter thousands of dollars to write your sales copy for you? If yes, go to number 4. Buy funnel scripts. Hope that makes things easier for you. Hope that clears things up. So the first one is all basically no's at the end, and the second one is all yeses to get them to move to the next one. So it's kind of a positive, negative. It's whichever one makes the most sense. And I've noticed the way some people fill this stuff out. It is what it is. It's not necessarily, it's just kind of your bent. But I will go ahead and add Stu's as
I love that
object here as well. So another one that's going to help you to create content is going to be the Seinfeld email idea scripts. And what this does is it helps you just come up with cool ideas for stuff that you can create content about. Because really, content marketing comes down to 3 things. Comes down to coming up with an idea, creating the content, and then distributing the content. I have a feeling you're not going to have any trouble. Oh, sorry, wrong finger. You're not going to have any problem coming up with where you're going to display the content. You're not going to have any trouble with creating the content because Facebook makes it easy with video and stuff. But the big problem is coming up with the idea. So what this script does, I have trouble manipulating my fingers. I do my best. So what this script does is it helps you come up with ideas for content you can create really, really fast. So who would our target audience be, Stu?
For what?
I don't know.
Email?
Give me an idea. No, okay. Who's
Email
our
we're sending?
Sure. I mean, email marketing. Maybe okay, let's say we're targeting entrepreneurs and our topic is email marketing. Is that cool?
Sure.
Okay, so we click build, and this will give you dozens and dozens of ideas. So you can download them if you want in a Word doc. So you could just get all of them all at once, which is kind of cool. And so here we go. So what are 11 great email marketing tips for entrepreneurs? Well, I mean, I can list off 11 of them really fast in my own, pay attention to your subject line. Make sure that you have a clear call to action, keep it brief, use HTML or test HTML versus text. I mean, I can start coming up with those. Well, if I make that list, I got 11 days worth of content to create stuff. So, and there's dozens of them. What are the most common email marketing problems entrepreneurs face? What are 3 mistakes every entrepreneur seems to make with email marketing? I can tell you this: mailing too much, not mailing enough, and trying to sell inside the email instead of driving people to a landing page. Those are the 3 big mistakes. Just right off the top of my head. Boom.
Nice.
So it's what we found to create. I mean, if you had $10 spent on email marketing, what would you do with it? If you had $1,000 spent on email marketing, what would you do with it? There's a ton of them. And you got 6 pages of ideas here. For stuff that you can come up with. So well, that's too much, Jim. I just need an idea right now.
Need one.
Okay. Well, here's what you do. You come in here and you look and you say, what's your number 1 quick start tip for entrepreneurs looking for fast results with email marketing? And I can't even read my own stuff because I made it a plural of entrepreneur instead of entrepreneurs. So look at me. Don't even read my own directions, and I wrote them. What's your number 1 quick tip for entrepreneurs looking for fast results with email marketing? Boom. I just click the little shopping cart icon and adds it to my clip bin. What's your number 1 time-saving tip for email marketing? That's a good one. Biggest email marketing obstacle they face. What's the number 1 email time waster entrepreneurs need to avoid? That's a good one. And 3 questions every entrepreneur should ask about email marketing. Look at that. I got a week's worth of ideas right now. I downloaded, and here I go. Boom. There's my ideas. There are my ideas. And then the story idea brainstorming script. This one's fun because this helps you to brainstorm really cool ideas for stories that you can tell. And this only requires you to enter in 4 things. And the neat thing about this is it will help you to come up with things that drive people to where you want them to go. So here's the thing. All right. What's the moral you want them to get from the story you're going to tell them? So we'll just load this one. So all water is not created equal. What's the meaning of the story? Your water can actually make you sick or at a minimum not benefit your health. What's the emotion feeling you want people to have at the end of the story? Guilty about making your family drink naked water. And what do you want people to do as a result of hearing your story? Investigate the methods and means to make your water more alkaline. So we click build. And here, it gives you a whole bunch of different story ideas. So let me tell you a quick story about a special teacher I had in grade school who taught me something important and what you can learn from it. So what's the moral lesson of the story? The thing I really want you to take away from this is all water is not created equal. So what I would do in this case, and this is actually a live example from someone when we did a demo of the script before, but I would tell a story about something I learned in 5th grade science. And then I would tie it in to the fact that I learned all I needed to know about science by the 5th grade to know that not all water is created equal. And then I would talk about the fact that, your water can actually make you sick or at a minimum not benefit your health. So your next step as it relates to what I just shared with you is you need to investigate the methods and means to make your water more alkaline. all water's not equal. Let me tell you a quick story about a special pet who made me feel whatever. So I could tell a story about a pet or somebody else's pet, or a dog that I saw that was drinking from a muddy puddle, and it made me feel terrible that this poor dog was forced to drink this kind of water. And then I found out later, I was watching something on National Geographic, and I saw that there are people in the United States that are drinking water that's actually worse shaped than that puddle water I saw the dog drinking. I did some investigation. I mean, do you see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
There's tons of them here.
Wow.
There are dozens of ideas for stories. Let me tell you a quick story about a major health crisis for me personally and how I dealt with it and what you can learn from it. I mean, if you had a really, really big health crisis, like you got super sick and were hospitalized because you got an amoeba from drinking bad water. I mean, I can tell you a story about when I was on my honeymoon in Mexico and Terry and I got Montezuma's Revenge. I mean, I found out later that could have killed me.
Yeah.
So, I mean, anyway, there's a look at all the different story ideas that this one script makes for you. And it guides you through, here's the idea. Make sure that this is the moral of the lesson that you tie it into. Here's the takeaway that you want them to get from it. And here's the next step. So this is another way that you can use.
Look, Kermit?
You like frogs.
Oh, that was Kermit.
Let me tell you a quick story about an interesting thought about water I had in the bathroom that I think you can learn from. Where does the water in this toilet go? Well, friends, I got to tell you, that water goes a whole lot of places. I mean, there's all kinds of ideas you can get from this. So the big thing I want you to realize, Terry, is that you already have scripts at your disposal inside of Funnel Scripts that can really help you as far as creating content for Facebook and Instagram and really anything, your blog. There's tons of stuff in there already that you can use, and we're adding new stuff all the time.
So, yeah, I would recommend using that one that we just demoed for a blog post specifically, and then
sure.
You can put in links to your store on that on that page, and people are able to go right to it, and you post that on social media, on your Facebook page. You may have to adjust it a little bit for Instagram, get a cool picture and then all that, but you can put it on your Instagram story and add a link to it. Like you can't add a link in an Instagram, but I would definitely put it on your Instagram story.
Right.
And add that link, and people can just swipe up and go right to your page.
Absolutely. So the big thing to understand is that we've got scripts in there to help you create compelling content. And like I said, we'll be adding more stuff in the future, but use what we've got because we've got some really cool tools in there. And if for some reason you are not already a Funnel Scripts subscriber, you should be. Head on over to funnelscripts.com. You can see an amazing training by Russell Brunson and myself that not only will teach you 3 incredible secrets about copywriting, but also give you an amazing demo of even more scripts than what we showed you here. So I'm Jim Edwards.
Stu Smith.
Thanks for joining us for Funnel Scripts Live, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day.